Power Platform become fundamental part of the Microsoft 365. Today it's difficult to imagine building the applications without Power Apps, Power Automate, or dashboard and reporting without Power BI. These applications are heavily used across Microsoft 365 environments because Power Apps and Power Automate are included in almost every subscription, so our business users and our IT departments using these technologies to build applications for the business. But what will happen when this data, this application, this flow, this dashboard will be deleted from our environment? Do we have a plan for the disaster and recovery of our low-code application in the Microsoft 365? In this video, I will tell you about the retention, what Microsoft offers as a possibility to do any kind of snapshot backup of Power Platform components, and what are other options to secure your business applications that are held in the Microsoft 365. If you like this video, leave the thumbs up, comment, or subscription to this channel. So let's switch to my screen and let's dig into Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power BI, retention of it, backup, and third-party solutions that could help you to secure your business applications in the Microsoft 365. And before we will move forward, I want to share with you that this video is brought to you thanks to the AFI.AI backup vendor that is proud partner of my blog office365@work.com and supports this series of the videos that will help to share the knowledge about the backup process of the data in the Microsoft 365 that works for enterprise. At this moment, we are familiar with Power Platform. This is Power Automate, Power Apps, and Power BI, and these three major applications helping us to build business applications for our business users. In case of Power Apps, this is the solution that allows us to build mobile or desktop applications, implement their business logic, gather the information from our users, deliver them reports, summaries, and manage the process to build the app that will digitalize the way how we work almost without any coding using low-code approach. In case of Power Automate, we have the solution to build the workflows. Similarly, using the low-code approach, we can automate the process. We can move the data, convert the data, generate the approvals, and manage the business processes across the organization. And in the end, we can use Power BI to build dashboard reports to deliver KPIs and the data for our management. And these three applications are fundamental for our work in the Microsoft 365 when we want to build the business apps in the low-code approach. Okay, so we already know that Power Platform is very useful and heavily used by our organizations, but organizations using Microsoft 365. But what about retentions of these applications? So for instance, if we try to work with Power Apps and somebody would like to delete it, you can see that this action cannot be undone. If you will delete Power Apps from your environment, there is no way to restore it because there is no recycle bin. If we will switch to Power Automate and think about our flows and will try to do the same operation, you can see the flows also will be permanently removed from our environment without any kind of retentions or recycle bin. And in case we will switch to Power BI and would like to delete our report, again we will be asked if we are sure that we want to permanently delete this component. So you can imagine sooner or later there will be a situation that somebody accidentally or in the premeditated way will delete or remove the application from your environment. Moreover, there is really big chance that somebody will change it and break it, and for some reason you will need to have the capability to fix it. So what is the answer from Microsoft to this challenge? First of all, As I mentioned, there's no recycle bin, there's no retention of apps, flows, or reports in Power BI. You need to be aware that if somebody will delete it, this component will be permanently deleted. The only thing that could be done based on your preferences is the possibility to do the backup and restore of whole environment used to store this component. But you need to be aware that this is very specific functionality. First of all, based on the type of your environment, any kind of activity will be possible to be done limited period of time from 7 to 28 days. And this is not easy process to, let's say, find the proper approach, because what you can do, you can execute snapshot of this whole environment, not specific component, or you can use manual backups that are generated by Microsoft in specific period of times and use that backup to be restored in the other environment. You need to remember that this restore operation will recreate the whole environment in the another environment that you need to prepare, that have to be sandbox environment. You need to then switch there, dig through the components, check the components, export the components, and possibly restore it in your environment in this limited period of time. You can see this is not the best solution to easily and quickly check the changes in time to restore the informations, and based on this time limitation, this is also a possible challenge for your environment to do that. First of all, I highly recommend you to extend this period of time for 28 days. That is something that I highly recommend. Moreover, if you have multiple applications, dozens of applications, dozens of components, probably you will need better functionality to secure disaster and recovery scenario for your Power Platform. And in this case, we're getting back to the AFI.AI partner of this video that provides you the possibility to back up the whole Microsoft 365 environment, including emails, SharePoint, OneDrive, and Teams, and multiple other platforms like Entra ID, but also Power Platform. You can set up the policy how often this environment daily should be backed. After the configuration, the whole Power Platform will be backed in here, and if you will select recovery mode, you will have the capability to restore the dashboards that we created in the environment. You will have access to the applications in the specific environment that you want to restore, and Power Automate. So in case of workflows, you will also have the capability to backup and restore specific workflow. Moreover, you will have the log about the changes, so you will be able easily to track when somebody changed something across your environment, across specific app, across specific flow, across specific dashboard on report. But moreover, you will have one more capability. You can back up the settings of your Microsoft 365 tenant around Power Platform and DLP policies that are created in your environment. You can see in my case, I have one that is connected with Copilot. So again, if you're using Copilot Studio, you can also use DLP policies backup in here to restore it. With the solution that can do all of that in the very long period of time, for instance, 3 months, half of a year, it depends on your SLA policies that you will apply to backup Power Platform. Consider how your organization working with Power Platform, how Power Apps, Power Automate flows, and Power BI reports are used across your organization, and how you secure this maybe sometimes critical business processes in case of disaster recovery, in case of human mistake, or employee that could leave your organization and do a little mess before he will leave the company. Check Power Platform native backup for your whole environments, and if you are interested in advanced Power Platform backup for apps, for the changes, for the DLP policies and settings that you can store for the very long time, check AFI.AI that you can find in the description. You can use 4 weeks free trial that you can execute on your platform and test how this backup will help to secure your Power Platform solutions. Thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for your time, and see you in the next video.